What's up, guys? Showtime's Fight Form. You already know what it is. This is your boy Showtime. Thank you for watching. Make sure you like, subscribe, comment, all that good stuff. And you already know, it's Showtime's Fight Form. We talk all things fights, all right? So today is going to be a discussion about MMA. We just had UFC Vegas, which was a really fun a very fun free card, which had Rafael Dos Anjos versus Rafael Fiziev. And mind you, that was a very good fight. I was impressed with both fighters. I'm actually really impressed with RDA because he can still fight with the best of them. He got finished in the 5th round. However, he put up a great fight. He was, in my opinion, still losing on cards, but he looked really good in the 4th. And he exposed some holes in Fiziev's game. And that was something that we haven't seen too many holes of since he's been in the UFC. He's been pretty dominant on a 5-fight win streak, now 6. And he is a powerful man. But we did learn something. It don't matter if he's fighting in the 5th round, 1st round. That man packs power and he carries no matter what throughout the fight. He did wear down, but he showed that he could still weather the storm and still finish you. Takedown defense was phenomenal. I mean, RDA was relentless with the takedowns, and RDA has a really good takedown. Let's put in perspective. RDA took down Kobe. All right, Kobe's not the biggest welterweight in the world, but he's not the easiest guy to take down. However, RDA was able to take him down. And we already know, at 155, he can take down almost anybody. So it's very impressive that he stuffed, 10 or 11 takedowns, and he was rewarded with 2, but in reality, it was just 1. So, good fight. I mean, Fiziev, I don't really know. I mean, there's just so many dogs. I mean, you could say you want somebody in the top 5, but the top 5 is, they're not booked up, but they're kind of booked up. Like, they already know who they want to fight next. So it's kind of like they're booked up. Like, we know Michael Chandler wants a title shot, and if he doesn't have a title shot, he pretty much is saying he wants Dustin, and he's trying to act like he don't, but in reality, that's the fight he really wants if he doesn't get that or Conor. Those are the only 2 fights that I think he's really interested in. Dustin, it seems like he's interested in, obviously, a title fight, but he knows he's not going to get that. But if it's not going to be that, then maybe a Nate Diaz or fight Conor or fight, not fight Conor, I'm sorry. Either a Nate Diaz or Michael Chandler or Justin Gaethje again. Those seem like that's where his at. And Justin Gaethje is more so like, I'll fight anybody that's in front of me to give me one more shot to fight Charles Oliveira. So it seems like all those guys that are in that top 5 are kind of all booked up. And Islam is only title shot or bust. He's only trying to fight for the title. So he's out the good. So if I was to say what would be next, Bilal just got announced. I said Bilal. Why did I say Bilal? I'm sorry. Excuse that. Did not mean Bilal. But I believe Beneil Dariush does have a fight book. If Beneil doesn't have a fight book, I have to check that. If not, I would love to see him fight Beneil Dariush. But like I said, there's just so many up-and-coming dogs, and it's kind of unfortunate that the older dogs are kind of like, I don't want to fight the older dogs. They don't want to fight these new guys that are coming up in the rings. Because like I said, there's a lot of guys coming. You got Gamrot coming. You have Jalen Turner coming. We obviously have Fiziev's coming. Like, there's a lot of people coming at 155 that are young, active, and tough. So I'm excited for it. And it's crazy. You have all these dogs. 155 has always been talent rich. But it's so crazy to me that all these dogs are in this weight class. And Charles Oliveira is the best guy in the world. I mean, it's not impossible to think, but it's crazy to think. Once again, you see his journey. Impressive. So I'm super hyped about that. So yeah, I know I said that like a week before, but it's just still crazy to me. Now, let's talk about this week's fight. All right, this week is gonna be, this is a very good card actually. I mean, it's not one of the best cards, but it's definitely a very good one. The main event is crazy, and I'm super excited for that fight to happen. It can go either way. Can't wait to talk about that. But you got a lot of other interesting fights. You have Miesha Tate versus Lauren Murphy that was, I think, booked twice now. But that fight, it's gonna be interesting. Great way for Miesha Tate to show her face in 125 and say she's a new contender. Once again, I've already said this before. I think Valentina should honestly rematch Talia because the way that fight went, the person thought she lost. However, it was close, but it's, in my opinion, close enough to warrant a rematch, especially in a division that doesn't really have too many dogs left in it. So yeah, if not, but if they don't go that way, if Miesha Tate wins and wins impressively, which she very well can, we might have to push her up anyways, because one, we already know she doesn't have too many fights left in her, and then also she has a name, and she is a former champion, future Hall of Famer. We have to pay respects to it. So yeah, you have that. We also have Ricky Simone, who like legit, since he's cut weight, Man looks like another beast. So I'm excited to see him fight again. Going against Jack Shore, so it's not like he's going against a top 10 opponent. However, he is a very game guy. So we'll see how that goes. I'm not pulling, but I'm expecting Ricky Smiley to win big. Once again, if he does, we got to start putting him in tougher matches because he's been a different guy. He's humongous for that weight class. So I can't wait to see that. Very, very excited. But I guess the ones that we should really talk about is going to be the co-main and the main event. All right, so the co-main is going to be Michelle Waterson versus Karate Hottie. You know, very, 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 very beautiful woman right there. But that's going against Amanda Lemos. I'm sorry. Now, Amanda is a very talented all-around fighter. She's good all around. She's a Brazilian, so you already know ground game is going to be tough. Now, strikes, very, very I like her strikes. She's a very lanky, strong fighter. Michelle, we already know what she is. Karate Hottie. She's a karate girl. AKA, she's a bit of a point fighter, but don't sleep because she can't hurt you with them kicks. She has really nice kicks. Now, it's an interesting matchup just once again, but Michelle's not that active anymore. She seems to kind of, you know, be doing other things with her life and her career, and I kind of think she's on her way out. Amanda, we already know, is a person that's trying to vie for that championship fight, trying to work her way back up. It's gonna be an interesting fight. I don't know necessarily if it's gonna be fun because once again, the way karate fighters are sometimes, they aren't as exciting because, you know, they like to keep their distance. They like to pick you apart, and then they like to blitz. She's not that good of a blitzer, but she's really good at keeping distance, and she's really good at separating you with the kicks. So how do I see the fight going, however? I'm gonna say that power is gonna override the control, the octagon control that Michelle's gonna have, and I think that she will clip her with enough shots to win in a decision. So I'm gonna go Amanda Lemos with a decision. Now, the main event, the fight that we're all gonna be there for, and I think it just got announced technically that if Yair wins, he gets a title shot, which I'm not against because once again, the fight with Max was a really good fight. It was a close fight, however, you know, it was clear winner, Max won. Yair versus Brian Ortega. We have Mr. King of finishes when it comes to at that division. He's one of the most dangerous guys in that division, which is Brian Ortega, which is versus one of the most creative and dangerous strikers in MMA, like period. One of the craziest, unpredictable fighters in UFC, pound for pound. His finishes, ridiculous. What he did to the Korean Zombie with 4 minutes and with 1 second left in the entire fight it's probably the greatest finish ever in my opinion. I don't think that I can think of a better finish. Like it's 1 second left, you're about to lose, and you come out with who the hell cares elbow that you did throw multiple times but land flush to completely. You have to understand how crazy that finish is. I know we gotta talk about the fight, but I gotta talk how crazy that finish is. If he just dropped Korean Zombie, like just dropped him, flash knockdown, the fight's over, Yair loses. He had to sleep him to the point of unconscious, to the point that he didn't need to follow because it was just over. That's how crucial that elbow was. Can't believe it, ridiculous, greatest finish ever. But we already know, outside of that crazy kick, strong kicks, we have like so many tricks up his sleeve that you just don't see coming, and he's super quick and tough and durable. And then once again, with Brian Ortega, we already know, call him T-Cities. Triangle, it's a wrap. He puts you in a choke, 9 times out of 10, it's a wrap. If it wasn't for Volkanovski being a psychopath, realistically, he would be world champion right now. But he's not, but he is a psychopath, and he did withstand that choke. And Brian Ortega, yes, he's the man of opportunity. If you give him an opportunity, it's a wrap for you, man. Him and Charles Oliveira are very similar when it comes to that. So it's gonna be where the fight goes, simple and plain. Now this doesn't disrespect also Brian Ortega's stand-up. Brian Ortega's stand-up has gotten a lot better. He's a very dangerous striker as well. He has knockout power, and at the end of the day, he's pretty good at it. The only time he really gets exposed is when he goes against the elite of the elite. Max and Volk are really the only two people that genuinely like expose him completely on his feet. Now, he's gotten, in my opinion, beaten on his feet before and took it to the ground and won, but those guys like literally made him look like a preschooler. Now, does Yair have that type of stand-up to be able to do that to Brian Ortega? And that's honestly going to be an interesting question, because Yair is very good on his feet, very light on his feet. He picks weird angles, but he's very dynamic with his kicks. That is going to be the key right there, kicks. Now, that's not to say Yair doesn't have hands, because he does, but we already know when it comes to his game, it's the kicks and it's the elbows. Now, Brian Ortega's game plan should be simple, which is make sure you're on the feet. Don't just go for takedowns. Don't be reckless. Stay calm, stay composed, stay confident on your feet. However, get this fight to the ground. Yair's ground game is not good. His takedown defense has gotten better. It's not great. However, it's gotten better. But his ground game is nothing, not even close. Like, this is like, it's a kindergarten versus senior when it comes to the ground game. If you put in Ortega versus Yair. Now, stand up, it's a little closer, but I'm still gonna favor Yair because he's still dynamic. And once again, 5 rounds, 25 minutes, he's gonna land something. He's gotten a lot better. Now, how do I see it going? Brian Ortega is going to get this takedown. Brian Ortega will get the submission. I'm not even gonna say he's gonna go through some stuff. He might go through some stuff. He might eat some hard shots from Yair to get to this point. But he is very clutch and he's very tough and durable. We see this before. If you don't sleep him, he's gonna keep coming forward, and he's an opportunist. So I think it's gonna be a first round submission after a crazy pace, crazy effort by Yair. He's gonna go loco. But Ortega's gonna get him down and he's gonna get that submission. It's just levels to this. That's my prediction. I would love to hear what you guys think. Once again, what do you think about that 55-pound division? Let me know what you think, obviously, about the predictions for this week and who do you have winning. And I'm honestly okay if Yair wins because we have a new dog at 145. I'm not going to say nobody wants to see Brian Ortega fight for a title shot again, but I'm not that interested. So Yair is another dog, another name. I would love to see it. It'll be a very interesting also striking matchup between Volk and Yair definitely has a chance. So once again, thank you guys for watching. Make sure you like, subscribe, comment. Be blessed. This is Showtime's Fight Form.